Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wayne. I'm doing a daily reading, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance and clarity and support and validation come through for Virgo. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you right to my book online page. I want to thank all of my members. So grateful for your support of me and this channel. Thank you for liking, your comments, and sharing so I can grow this channel as well. So, all right, Virgo, let's get to your reading. The overall energy of this reading is the Knight of Swords in reverse. Lack of communication or unwanted communication. This is a lack of communication. Feels like you've cut communication from someone who didn't want you to have success, someone who didn't want you to have happiness, someone who didn't want you to have abundance, didn't want you to be able to work. Feels like at some point in the past, it feels like this person was able to stop you from working, was able to separate you from your happiness. But at the point I'm tuning into here, it feels like you're recognizing that no contact, no communication, separating, detaching from that energy, maybe even on an energetic, telepathic level, you're more happy. Choosing happiness. I feel like whatever you've gone through in the past with this energy that you're no longer communicating with, that you have chosen to be happy despite this person, despite what you've gone through. Feels like you're working on yourself, you're working on creating stability and security and abundance for yourself. Feels like you're also working on creating happiness. I value happiness instead of finding it here and there. It feels like you know what you want to create, what creates happiness for you. Feels like you're very focused on what you're wanting to create, a life for yourself, a world for yourself that's very abundant, very stable, very secure, where you have all the resources that you need. Wow. You've learned that it feels like you've been on a journey by yourself to find your answers, to find your enlightenment. Feels like you've had to go at something alone, life alone, so you could go within and find some type of answers. Feels like you have answers. This enlightenment that you received has allowed you to walk away from something, a way of being that is not fulfilling. It's hard to walk away from this energy. There are attachments. It feels complicated, but feels like that's what you've learned from your isolation, from going at life alone, isolated, is a need to walk away from what's not fulfilling for you. Wow. All right, Virgo, let's look at the hidden blessings. Looks like you, with the Seven of Wands, you have healthy boundaries. You value your energy. What you're creating within yourself and in your environment is worth protecting. It feels like there's some plans that it's time to move out or it's time to move on type of energy here. Interesting. I'm also getting that you've been in a very protective space. Defensive, maybe. Wow, it looks like you are entering a period of time where you don't have to be so guarded. Boy, a lot wanted to come out around that. You don't have to be so guarded against someone who's domineering, manipulative, creating a lot of fear and control. Feels like for a period of time, you really did have to protect your energy. What is it about this past person, this very controlling, manipulative person? They might have a third party. So third party's someone that comes in between two people. So a third party can be, yeah, a fair partner. If it's a romantic relationship, a third party could be family, friends, people who, or situations, work. Something that wedges in between two people, that comes in between a relationship. I'm perceiving here a third party type of energy. It looks like this manipulative person and the third party really wanted to keep you blocked, keep you. They have this, it's weird, like they wanted to trap you in a nightmare. It like has a fairy tale, like lock you inside of a tower type of energy. Feels like these people had a lot to say negatively about you. It feels like they were a smear campaign. This is all in the hidden blessings. Isn't that interesting? Feels like this person, these people that are creating this smear campaign, it doesn't feel like your role is to disagree, to fight, to go to everybody and just try to get them to see your point of view. I think that's what they're wanting you to do. Waste your energy. Pull your energy back in this very deceptive energy and about communication. Feels like you just ignored that and started creating what you desire, healing your heart. Instead of engaging and trying to dissuade and talk people and communicate, it feels like you were like, all right, I see what's going on clearly, or at least clearly enough to make a decision that these people are not for me. They have shown me very clearly that they are not for me. So I'm just going to move in a different direction, and I'm going to show myself what I can do, what I can create for myself. There's also, what's this? Oh, okay. There's also this energy of there's someone else in this mix. Someone who you were desiring not your partner, if this is for you, someone who might have treated you like an option. It's like, it feels like they're clinging on to your energy. This very well could be, it feels like it could be this person you're connected with in the past, a bad leader, very manipulative, very controlling, or it could be someone close to them who treated you, saw you as an option, wanted you to stay clinging on to them. But it looks like there's this breaking from tradition, and it's like you stopped focusing on these people in your environment, stopped giving them your attention, your focus, your beautiful energy. And the blessing is that this created an opportunity custom tailored to you, so you couldn't find your answers out here. So you had very few people, the people closest to you, it feels like turned on you or not for you. There's this realization of this betrayal and heartache that created a scenario where you would break from tradition, maybe break from a marriage, break from something that had you very tied in, believing that you had to, this is the structure. This is where I have to be. These are my people that I have to make it work with. I think once you started filling your own cup, caring for yourself, teaching yourself how to be loved, how to care for yourself. You can't ask others to provide something for you that you don't know how to provide for yourself. Once you learn how to love yourself, it feels like this endless stream that you're connecting with, that what you've gone through is actually a blessing. It's helped you find yourself, find a fountain of wisdom, a fountain of youth, even peace. Feels like whatever has happened in your external experience is helped you find that the call was coming from inside the house, that what you were creating in your exterior was a reflection of how you cared about yourself, a lack of care for yourself, a lack of centering your experience. And it feels like you've learned quite a bit. So moving on, Virgo, to what you're leaving behind. You're leaving behind heartbreak, betrayal, broken heart. I get this feeling that you've allowed, or you're allowing, the heartbreak and betrayal to transform you, to be an impetus, the beginning, a spark for change, instead of whatever story you had. You're also leaving behind a lack of opportunity. You're leaving behind someone who requires you to center them in your experience, their feelings, their emotions, what they want, what they desire. Feels like you're leaving behind being a support character, that you are stepping into main character energy. You are leaving behind emotionally immature people. People who are emotionally incapable of kindness. You're leaving behind deception. You're leaving behind slow moving energy that doesn't want to change. Wow. All right, Virgo, how to get the most of this energy is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is someone who's very adept with their emotions. They understand what emotions are and how to utilize them. They understand what's theirs and what's not theirs. This is someone who's can handle a lot of emotions because they've experienced the emotions. They understand. They've been willing to feel their emotions, to get past the disengaging from emotions belief set that emotions are bad. Feels like you've learned how to understand in really difficult emotions like resentment, revenge, betrayal. It looks like you're interested in exploring more subtle energies in your emotions, like forgiveness and peace, true forgiveness, not an idealized version, but what that really would feel like to embody it. It feels like once you understand how to work with, how to regulate through uncomfortable emotions, then there's a desire to cultivate deeper, more subtle energies. Wow, that's very beautiful. Love that. All right. What's supporting you is your willingness with the Fool card to take a leap of faith, to start over. You're not starting over from scratch. You're starting over from a different vantage point. You have a lot of wisdom. Feels like you are trusting. You're in a trust ball with the universe. I'm willing to start a new cycle. I'm willing to detach from a pattern, maybe a family pattern, societal patterns, patterns that keep people stuck, that have kept you stuck, limited, unhappy, unsatisfied, unfulfilled. And it feels like this is new. This feels very new. It might feel scary, but it feels like an adventure, willing to feel the discomfort. Wow. What's supporting you is, it feels like your intentions to create happiness for yourself, creating a happy home. Feels like you are wanting to create a happy home within and a happy home environment in your exterior as well, in your reality. Something that's happy, joyful, peaceful. You're taking what you've learned from your healing, and instead of other people's ideas of what that happiness looks like, it feels like you're finding your answers inside of what that happiness would look like. It also feels like you've disconnected from those who don't have that same mindset, that don't want to create whatever you view as happiness, as joy on a personal level. I love this because just in this, what's supporting you, you've got the Fool card and the World card. That's the first card, 0, and the last card of the tarot deck, 21. It feels like you're cycling through. You've maybe in the past there was this stagnancy from a connection you were unwilling to walk away from, but now it feels like you're learning things and progressing very quickly through cycles that were blocking you, that were making it difficult for you to overcome obstacles. It feels like now you're recognizing, I've learned those lessons. I made the change within. I'm separating from those who are at a different frequency, that are still in lesson. And there's no rush, there's no race, there's no perfection that you're getting to. We are eternal beings having a finite experience in this, as this persona, as this ego, so we could learn, so we could grow. All right. What to be mindful of, Virgo, is the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah. What to be mindful of is a lack of happiness, a lack of stability, a lack of happy home. Feels like, okay, what I'm tuning into here is someone who's willing to make the changes inside them to create a happy home inside, but it feels like there's this difficulty separating from those who are unchanged in your environment, those closest to you in your home, that are not wanting to take this same journey. That's kind of where we began with the Knight of Swords in reverse, someone who has a lot to say negatively about what you want to create. It looks like you have been going through Ascension. It looks like you wanted this experience in this lifetime of going from a very lower vibration to a higher vibration. What that would feel like without having to pass away, without having to leave and then be reborn into a new vibration. It looks like you thought, wouldn't that be awesome to be able to have like a death and rebirth within a whole lifetime, to get to experience that shift, to get to become a whole different person without having to perish and be reborn. It looks like you're really examining your unconscious. You're creating space for the unknown, what you don't know. And what to be mindful of, it feels like, you know, you're on this expansion journey, and there are those who feels like they're playing on your heartstrings. Maybe they're trying to guilt you or shame you. Really, it feels like to be mindful of people who you might have loving feelings towards, but they want you to behave. They don't like the direction you're headed, because it leads to independence and free thinking and being more yourself. And this energy is more, this energy, and whoever has it, it's about your behavior. They want to control and manipulate your behavior. They're not interested in how you feel, your desires as an individual or a soul. They just want you to step in line. I feel this just frustration. Just do what I tell you to do. Just behave in the way that would make me happy, that would make me feel better. It feels like this person would shame, or like you going after what you want is selfish. But going after what you want, me being who you want, is not selfish. Feels like this person knows how to manipulate your emotions. So we all have choice, and so it feels like you're recognizing that the people around you in your home environment are not for you. They're for themselves. This is not loving and caring, and so it's heartbreaking. It's betrayal. On some level, if you are ascending, they can feel that separation. They can feel your energy pulling away. I don't think where this person is that you can convince them. You're not their medicine. They might be yours. One dose. If you recognize, oh, this person isn't even for me. They just want to control me. It feels like there's some level of just seeing this person, the situation clearly, instead of trying to change it, trying to convince them, just being like, oh, this is who you are. Allow them to talk. See who they are so you can accept, and then you make a choice. You make a decision. Is this someone I can build with going forward? All right, that's your reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care. Have a great day.